So prepared to teach them.
All right, so do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll move.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Sensi,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson,
Yes.
Mr. Douglas,
Yes.
Ms. Hayes.
Yes.
Does any board members wishing to give a report this evening? All right. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the special meeting of July 17th, 2025?
I'll move. I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Sensi,
Yes.
Ms. Hayes,
Yes.
Mr. Douglas,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
We have a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of July 22nd, 2025.
I'll move. I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Sensi,
Yes.
Ms. Hayes,
Yes.
Mr. Douglas,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
All right, we do not have anyone registered for public participation, so we'll have reports and recommendations of the treasurer.
Thank you, Mr. President. So asking for approval for the financial statements for month ending July 31st, 2025. Reconciled book and bank balances of $12,254,987.65. And that's all funds. For the month of July, we received all funds $3,572,290.03, and we expended $2,960,991.22. Again, that's all funds. Of that, the general fund received $2,873,188.10, and we spent $2,718,737.75. So we increased our cash balance slightly for the month of July. Any questions on the financials?
A motion to approve the financial statements?
I'll move.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Sensi,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson,
Yes.
Mr. Douglas,
Yes.
Ms. Hayes.
Yes.
The next item, so Zupka and Associates is our accounting firm that prepares our GAAP financial statements. And I apologize, I said the initial, I put it at 3025 when I think in the agenda. So it's a 3-year agreement because they give us a discount with doing a 3-year, and Zupka does both our GAAP conversion, so they convert it from cash to accrual basis, and then they also do the audit, and the audit is through the state auditor's office. They do the RFP, and I think this is probably the 3rd year of our 3-year agreement with Zupka, so they do both the audit. So this is to prepare the cash basis or GAAP lookalike for fiscal years 2025 through 2027 at a cost not to exceed $5,300 per fiscal year.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Hayes,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson,
Yes.
Mr. Douglas,
Yes.
Mrs. Sensi.
Yes.
Next is approval of donations to accept a generous donation of 4 2025 HP laptops to Madison High School from Bob Kinsley to be used by the MHS Guidance Department and assistant principals for building or for student scheduling, and to accept a generous donation of a Little Free Library and installation to South Elementary School from the Kiwanis Club of Madison, valued at $450 to be used as needed.
I'll move. I'll second. Is that Bob Nisley, our new Yes. assistant principal? Oh, that was, Principal.
High
oh,
school.
he's still, oh, yeah, he's our principal, excuse me, but that's very kind of him.
Yes.
Very generous, very kind. And of course, the Kiwanis Club, they're always wonderful to us. So thank you very much for your donations.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Hayes,
Yes.
Mrs. Sensi,
Yes.
Mr. Douglas,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Thank you. That completes my reports for this evening.
All right, reports to the administrative team.
Thank you. Thank you for that. First of all, I wanted to thank everybody for the incredible welcome to the district. It's been a lot of fun. We have a really wonderful district with pretty amazing kids and staff and community, and I've really enjoyed getting to meet a lot of people, and I look forward to continuing to meet individuals and being able to connect and build relationships. I wanted to take a moment because we had our first day of our administrative meeting for this school year, and I actually wanted to ask both Dave and Jen to talk about that just a moment or two, if you would. So Dave first.
Okay. Yeah, first meeting with the group, few new faces, new boss. So it was, it was a little bit different, definitely felt a little bit different in terms of, how we're going to operate as a group. I think a couple of we were here all day. So a couple of the things that we talked about that stood out to me. First, one of our campaigns this year is going to be on student attendance. And our goal is to have 90% of our students attend better than 90% of the time. Okay. And that 10% that we're talking about, that's what's defined, that's what chronic absenteeism is defined. So if somebody misses 10% of the school year, they are chronically absent. That's 18 days, which works out to 1 day every 2 weeks. So it doesn't seem like that much when a student maybe isn't feeling well every other week or something like that. But 10%, there are statistics that we're going to roll out with this campaign that show the negative impact that has on all kinds of areas of students' lives. So that's going to be a big thing that we're rolling out this year, and we are just getting involved with it. We're involved with a group called Stay in the Game, and they are, excuse me, they're sponsored by Battelle for Kids, which is a big think tank in Columbus. A lot of our data is going to come through them, but also the Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals, and the Columbus Crew are all partners. And so there will be opportunities for our students as we work through this to possibly be involved in some things with those groups. So that's a fun one. And then something that came up today that I haven't talked about much, but our principal Bob Nicely talked about today, and that is this idea of defining the attributes that we would hope for of a Madison graduate. And what are things that we would hope that students walk away from our district possessing, things that we could help them obtain. And how does that kind of begin with our preschoolers down the hall here? What themes can kind of work with students the whole way through? What are those important things, and how do we do it at each level? And it was a very preliminary conversation. I don't know where it's going to go, but it's something that fascinated me today. I'll share.
Thank you.
Jen.
Well, I think my most favorite part of today was Dave cooked for us. So he made smash burgers. They were quite delicious. So thank you, Dave. But seriously, we had, it was great synergy for having a new leader, for having a new high school principal, and, still some, new assistant principals. And the part that really stuck out to me was two things. One was really talking about our 5-year forecast, what our vision is, what our 5-year plan is. We really were trying to marry the ideas of what we want to do and focus on. How will we have money to do that? And really just looking and talking in a much more deeper sense. I mean, we really did. I went home and I told my husband I had, like my head was hurting from all of the thinking and like stretching and pivoting and different things that we talked about. And the other piece, which was really exciting, and which we knew was a part of our 5-year plan, what we had heard from the community, what we'd hear from our staff, is about communication. And it was so great the way we kind of broke it down, all of the things that Dan has already started to do, and Andrea, and then how that's gonna look in the buildings. Having a plan that everyone knows, like, so that we could be unified, not just North does this or South does this. What does the middle school do? And then trying for all of us to have the same expectation, here's how we are going to communicate to the families. Here are ideas that we have that we want to, how can we do that together? How are we gonna meet so that everybody knows what's going on in other buildings? So I think that this is, in the years that I've been here, having a sense of a plan, unity among all of the buildings is really, really exciting. And especially in terms of, we have so many good things going on in our buildings and trying to figure out the best ways to get it out there. And now we are working on it. So I'm super excited.
It was a lot of fun. If you guys got about another 7 hours, we could recap. Because it was only 7.5 hours. Thank you. That was all I had.
Well, if I could just say just a couple quick things. First of all, I am just loving all of the communication that you are putting on the website and on the Facebook page. I love it. I love that you are willing to put yourself out there at volleyball practice and let these kids teach you how to play volleyball. And then that little snippet of you asking the student who what her favorite meal is and who cooks it. I mean, just really getting getting to know them. So I can only imagine how much you're doing with the staff and uh, how you're relating to them. So I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about it.
I would say, again, we've got a great community, we've got great kids, we got a great staff. It's so much fun interacting with them, and it's a great experience to talk with kids. And I met a young lady last night at volleyball, and if hopefully she watches, and I will see her sometime soon at Walmart, because I found out that she works at Walmart. And I look forward to taking a photo of her at work. So, but it's just cool. We've got a lot of really good people, and yeah, I look forward to us continuing that kind of effort and really showcasing that talent that we have with our kids, our staff, our families, and letting people see that. There's so many cool things and good things that go on in the school, and just letting people glimpse that a little bit, I think, is pretty exciting.
Well, and I think that you very much have a passion, not just for children, but for people. I mean, really, I can see that you're like radiating with it. And I think that it's refreshing. So,
A lot of fun.
yes.
Thank you.
Are you continuing on with your
Yes,
report,
is
or
that
are we,
okay?
are we on to
No.
recommendations?
Recommendations.
All right, sounds
So
good.
number one is to accept the resignation of Sasha from the nutrition services for your consideration and approval.
Do you want to vote on that
Do
one?
I go
We
through?
usually go
Okay.
through the whole
I'm
thing.
just check. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, we usually go through the whole thing and do one
First
motion.
meeting,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
apologize. So number two, and there are a total of 10 items under there. So number one is for limited contract for preschool assistant. Number two is to employ a staff member as the preschool secretary. Number three is substitute teachers as approved by the Educational Service Center. Number four is the casual day-to-day substitutes. Number five are the building substitutes for the 25-26 school year. Number 6 is a long-term substitute teacher. Number 7 is another long-term substitute teacher. Number 8 is certified personnel under a 1-year limited supplemental contract. Number 9 is non-certified individuals for a 1-year limited personnel service contract. Number 10 is the approval to change placement on the teacher salary for the individuals listed. All of those 10 items under this area are presented for your consideration and approval.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Sensi,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson,
Yes.
Mr. Douglas,
Yes.
and Ms. Hayes.
Yes.
Item 1102 is the approval of bus routes and stops for the board to consider and approve for the 25-26 school year.
I know that you're not gonna be able to answer this, most likely. I know that it has a little bit here where it shows us, a little bit of something might have changed, something hasn't changed, that type of thing. Removed, added. I can see these things. However, do we know what the average time? And if you can't answer it now, I'm sure you'll get back to it. That's fine. I'd like to know what the average amount of time is, in the morning route and in the afternoon route. Do we have any that are, what routes are longer than others time wise? And then have you had a chance to meet with the owner of the busing company that we contract with?
Yes, I did. I met twice with the individual with the busing company, and I know we're gonna have additional conversations and meetings. I do not know the average time for morning and afternoon, and I think you were wondering like, what's the span of time, like the shortest route is?
And the
Shortest
longest
time.
routes, that type of
Yeah,
thing.
I can get that and give it to the board members.
Okay. The other thing is that in the past, we have typically really, I just want to make sure that nothing's going to change as far as like, we have always in the past tried to make sure that, they're not crossing over main roads.
Yeah.
Main roads that are very heavily trafficked, or 55, 528 in South Madison, that kind of thing. And so I just want to make sure that those things don't get changed when, we have somebody. I just want to make sure that nobody's trying to pull past.
I got you. Yeah, I do know as Kim and I met, that was something we had talked about too. She actually presented that there were none of those issues.
That's
So it's
wonderful.
something that she was attempting to previously and this time too. But I will follow up with those other items too, so the board has that.
Thank you.
No problem.
Kim and my assistant Holly met today
Mhm.
and went over all of, for the first time, went student by student for the special ed routes to make sure that everybody had the right names, lists, addresses. Took for about 2 hours, but they went through it.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Greg, we still need a motion and a second. Is that right?
Yes.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Any additional discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Hayes,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson,
Yes.
Mr. Douglas,
Yes.
Mrs. Sensi.
Yes.
Under number 12, consent calendar, the first item under there is the approval of the high school, middle school, and elementary and pre-kindergarten parent handbooks. Number 2 is an agreement with Madison Township Police Department and the school district for SRO coverage at the buildings listed, high school, middle school, and north. Number 3 is the approval of the school fees for the 25-26 school year. Number 4 is the approval of the nutrition services prices for the 25-26 school year. And number 5 is to enter into an agreement with Mentor Cardinal Autism Resource and Educational School. These are presented for your consideration.
One question. I know at the high school, Ralph Caswell was, considering retiring.
Yes.
Is he gonna still do it? Are we still looking for somebody?
He's retired, and they do have a replacement. I talked with the chief. It was like 3 weeks ago, and he was working on the replacement, and I was told he does have the replacement. He and I are gonna meet so we can meet that individual.
Okay, so once the school year starts, there'll be a new officer at the high school.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And then, just while I'm mentioning it, under the number 2, which is the SROs, you'll notice that South is not listed. That is covered by the village, which we will have an officer there, of course, and that will be on the next agenda item. We're just waiting to get the contract back.
Okay.
So nothing changes there. I just wanted to point that out so you're aware.
Mhm. I certainly wish Mr. Caswell well in his retirement, but I got to tell you, I was just at a graduation party just 2 weeks ago, and I'd mentioned that I saw that Officer Caswell was running for township trustee, and one of the kids heard me, and they're like, "Oh, our school resource officer! I just love him." I mean, all the kids really like Caswell, so it's going to be sad for the kids that he's gone, but he's been good for us
Yes.
several
I think-
years.
I think that's that unique opportunity, the SROs build really good relationships with kids, and I have said for a lot of years in my career, having been involved in that work with the SROs, it really is a community policing opportunity and reforming the relationship that individuals, kids can have with the police, and really positive to be able to get kids to build relationships with police. It's a really good thing. So,
Yeah.
it's a great opportunity.
I'll move.
A second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Sensi,
Yes.
Ms. Hayes,
Yes.
Mr. Douglas,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
We do not have a need for an additional executive session, is that right?
Correct.
We have a motion for adjournment.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Sensi,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson. Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Mr. Douglas.
Yes.
Ms. Hayes.
Yes.
Stand.
We are out.